Hey guys, what is up? The Buffalo Bills just made their selection in the 2017 NFL Draft, which means that the Steelers are 3 picks away from making their selections. So next will be the Dallas Cowboys. Then the Cleveland Browns will make their third first round pick. They traded with the Dallas Cowboys to get into the end of the third or first round. Then Pittsburgh, then Seattle, who traded with Atlanta, and then New Orleans, and then the first round will be over. So I'm going to take this opportunity, because the Cowboys pick is in, to talk about some of the players that we had a shot at that are gone, some players we could possibly take, and you guys are going to see my live reaction to the draft. Reuben Foster is still there, but apparently he has a really bad shoulder injury or shoulder issue of some kind. So, let's. I heard Pittsburgh for a second on the TV, so I'm not going to show it. You guys can hear. I'll turn the volume up if you can't. So, Humphreys is gone. Peppers is gone. Davis from Florida is gone. I think his last name was Davis, or his first name was David. One of those. David or Davis, whatever. From Florida, linebacker. Deshaun Kaiser is now Patrick Mahomes, Mitch Trubisky, Deshaun Watson. They're all gone. So Deshaun Kaiser's still there, and so Cleveland could have traded up to pick Kaiser. They could have. Now Obi Melifonwu is still there. So there were 3 players the Steelers were super interested in: Melifonwu, Peppers, and Mahomes. One of those players is there. So the Dallas Cowboys could take Melifonwu right here, and then I don't know what they're going to do, because they also took Tre'Davious White. The Bills just did. Let's see what the Cowboys do.
With the 28th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Taco Charlton, defensive end, Michigan.
Okay.
Taco Charlton.
Okay, so they take Taco Charlton from Michigan.
2016.
So now the Cleveland Browns are on the clock with their third first round pick. So now they have a few options. My guess is they're going to go quarterback. They'll probably take Kaiser right here. If anything, I think they'd take Kaiser. They would take a quarterback. That, or there's Davis Webb from Cal, but I think he'd still be there round 2. So, TJ Watt's still there. So I'm okay with TJ Watt, but I think they may go Melifon. The Cowboys, I think, lost Barry Church, and they have Byron Jones at free safety. If they chose a Melifonwu, you have 2 former teammates. They were teammates at Connecticut. So you got 2 amazingly, freakishly athletic safeties right there on the back end. That would have been, I think, crazy. Yep. Yeah. Man, I don't know. There's so many players that I thought the Steelers could get, and they're gone. Reuben Foster, I expected him to be top 10, top 15 at latest. I was thinking the Bengals would take him at 9. Instead, they took John Ross, but I thought the Ravens were going to take John Ross. Instead, they went and took Humphrey, whatever his name is, from Alabama, which is a guy the Steelers could have targeted. Now, the thing is, Sidney Jones is still there, and I know he has the torn Achilles and whatnot. And in my personal opinion, I think he's a second rounder because of it. But he's still a possibility because some people have said, yeah, but he's still going to be a first. And I subscribe to a few people that are Steelers fans and do like mocks and whatnot. Oh my god! And this is the only reaction video I'm going to do. The Browns pick is in, which means the Steelers are on the clock, guys. And I tried live streaming on YouTube, couldn't figure out how to do it. So I decided to make this video.
With Verizon Unlimited, we can video chat the interview in HD right here.
Okay.
Hey man, I'll cue you. When it really matters,
Man,
the best network and the best
the Browns are going back for a third. Who could they take?
I'm a people person.
When I was younger, I didn't want to admit I have a serious
I'm gonna be mad if they take Mel, because a lot of the times, an AFC North rival of the Steelers takes the player they want. Last year, the Bengals took William Jackson III. The Steelers wanted him. The pick right before Pittsburgh. The Browns just took Jabril Peppers.
open and honest about what my challenges were. I think it
Let
would be easier for
me
me
think.
to take better care of myself. If you don't
So now you have the Browns who took Myles Garrett.
it will catch up to you later on.
Um,
Courage to manage this disease.
they just took another defensive player, I think.
Reach out to people who care about you.
And then they took,
who know
or no,
how to help you with this disease.
you know what, they traded back, that's right. They traded back, got Peppers, so that's two, and then just traded up again, so then they're going to have a third. So this is where the Packers would have picked. And a lot of people mocked them picking TJ Watt, especially since they just lost Julius Peppers.
Can you defend the pick that just got made by the Cowboys?
Start right, I can defend Dan.
You better, Mr. Appalachian State.
Taco Charlton from Michigan. He's my 24th overall player, so I thought they got good value there. Pick 28. Philadelphia adds Alshon Jeffrey in the offseason. The Giants bring in Brandon Marshall.
Used 4 picks in top 100 on quarterbacks from 2016 to 2017. Only team in NFL, the Browns. 9 straight losing season. Second longest active streak.
It was 4 years ago that the Minnesota Vikings chose Sharif Floyd in the first round. and
Have not made playoffs since 2002. This is all about the Browns.
The last time we saw 3 first-round selections in the same night. We're about to see it from the
Have not won a
Browns.
playoff game since 1994.
We talk quarterback. That's the obvious to move
And the
back.
Browns selection, as Goodell comes on the stage, he is booed. Boo. By me as well.
With the 29th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select David Njoku.
There you go.
David Njoku, tight end out of Miami. So that doesn't really affect the Steelers all that much. Alright, so they have a choice. Linebacker or defensive back. I don't think they would be taking a corner right now. There's not really that many first rounders left.
So there you go.
Under normal circumstances, yes, but with the depth they have this year in the draft,
He's not even 21 yet. He's
20 years, he's 20 years old. He's an ascending talent. He's
So,
got inline traits, meaning he
I
can
would
grow
say
his body, and I think he can play as a-
either Watt or Melifonwu.
It won't be 21 years old to July as a high school.
It's a
athlete.
toss-up.
He was a 6'11" high jumper. He's got incredible talent, and he doesn't even know yet how good he can be. Busted coverage, just running away from people. He runs like a wideout. He competes as a blocker.
So now the Browns have 2 nice defensive players and a tight end to boot. And I actually think the Browns are going to be a surprise team this year on, they do well. And then after the Steelers pick, obviously I'm going to shut up for a minute, but after the Steelers pick, I'll talk about it a little and then I'll end the video.
All the talent in the world. So what has Cleveland done?
And in the description, I'm going to put Steelers pick at this time. And the pick is in. Alright guys, let's see it.
Back up and get
Remote.
a kid with Pro Bowl talent. I'm not saying he's ready yet in Njoku, but when they're ready to be good in a couple years, this kid could be special.
And by the way, I just want to also say all they did to do that essentially is just to move up 4 spots to get Njoku is give up a 4th rounder this year, and they have Houston's 1st rounder next year in their back pocket. They just just haven't gotten a quarterback tonight.
That's right. I like what they're doing, Rich. To me, with Njoku,
Wow, it cost them a 4th-round pick plus their 2nd-rounder that they traded up from. 4 spots, a 4th-round pick this year. That's what the Browns. That's what cost the Browns David Njoku. Pretty much just a 4th-round pick.
In 2000, he was 14th overall by the Packers. By the way, Shockey in 2002 was the last time in 2002 when we saw 3 first-rounders be tight ends. Kellen Winslow in 04.
Let's see.
Taken by the
Yeah, 3
Browns.
tight ends taken this year
Olsen,
in the
what a
1st
terrific
round.
career he's had, coming out of
Steelers lost an AFC Championship to Patriots. That one still hurts, guys.
Did you raise your hand over there?
Pick me.
Mike? Yeah.
49ers.
The headlines.
The 49ers just traded with the Seahawks. They got the 31st overall pick.
We have 3 picks left in the first
All right,
round.
Steelers 10+ wins in the last 3 seasons.
Still on the board. 3 offensive linemen. That's a good point, Mike.
Top 10 scoring offense and defense in 2016. Like it.
And you write underneath it, Sashi 3. We're not going Rocky 3.
Antonio Brown, 6,315 receiving yards since 2013, most in
We're
NFL.
on the air, so we just got under there. 31st overall.
Le'Veon Bell, designated franchise player, February 27th. Almost said 2017, which is true, but it's 27.
Let's go back to the Franklin
Tied for
Institute so we can
5th
get this
easiest
out
strength
right.
of schedule in 2017.
All right, Pittsburgh Steelers, number 30 on the clock. You know, they tell Big Ben they're going to have to replace him at some point and get another quarterback.
Kaiser's still there.
Defense has been improving over the years, but where do they go, Charles Davis, from here? Is this a possibility
Listen.
for Reuben Foster?
Yeah, it's always a possibility for that because Pittsburgh values their defense. I know that
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna move the laptop a little closer.
A lot. Reuben Foster's going to play inside, but he helps set a tone for a defense. Don't forget that secondary still needs work. These guys talked earlier about Kevin King from University of Washington.
If they pick Foster,
Quincy Wilson from
he's
University
playing
of
next to
Florida.
Shazier.
They've got a couple of places they can go. I highly expect it.
No, I'm curious about that shoulder.
I agree with you. Defensive side of the
What's
ball,
wrong?
they're going to look for that, but also, too, I'm not going to try to guess and see who they get, but I know they're going to go.
You've been pretty good tonight. You've
I've been okay.
now. You've been
Yeah,
more than
I've been
okay.
But they not fired. I think they got to go in the secondary. That's the area that they do not have some
Okay.
good
Steve
players
Smith
in, that
says
they need a
secondary.
first-round guy and a guy that can start immediately.
Yeah, you know, I wonder a guy like, you know, they play with an outside linebacker, T.J. Watt. I thought he might end up at a Green Bay, but you're talking about Steelers and their defense. Let's see what happens here. Rich, take it away.
So Seattle just traded out of the first round again. They've only one first rounder in the last 5 drafts, having now the 49ers traded back in, but we'll have more on that in a
Unless they
moment.
trade with the
It's
Saints.
going to be a very nice moment. As you can see,
All right, here we go.
autographs of Dan Rooney.
And Dan Rooney as well.
For the Steelers pick. Here it is.
R.I.P. Mr. Rooney. You have Franco Harris and Jerome Bettis on stage with the
2
commissioner.
weeks ago, we lost one of the most beloved members of our NFL family, Ambassador Dan Rooney. A true Hall of Famer, Dan embodied everything that is special about this game. He was a great leader for the Pittsburgh community and a tireless advocate for the Steelers. But more than that, he was one of the best men I've ever known. To pay tribute to him tonight, I want to introduce 2 players who Dan loved dearly, Franco Harris and Jerome Bettis.
I'm recording.
On April
R.I.P. Mr. Rooney.
2017, Dan Rooney passed away. When he passed, he was holding the hand of his beloved wife, Pat. Dan loved his family, he loved God, he loved our great country. And Steeler Nation, he loved you. And he loved us, the players. He loved us. He was so approachable, so respectful, and he was a good man. And he was good to the city of Pittsburgh. He touched many lives. And to the NFL, he had a major impact. And with that impact, he made a difference and touched a lot of lives also. So Dan Rooney, he will be missed, but his spirit will live on.
I think fans from all 32 teams are clapping right
Mr.
now.
Rooney he was a great man. He was a great owner, but he was even a better person. He got an opportunity to know each and every one of his players, not as the football player, but as the person, as the man. And he would always, with me, thank me for everything that I had done for the organization. All the while, I was trying to thank him. He would never, ever let me thank him because he felt it was about what we did for his organization more than what he did for me personally and for my family. So at this time, I just want to say, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. We'll miss you. And now, with the 30th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select T.J. Watt, linebacker, Wisconsin.
There we go. That was my predicted first round pick. No joke.
T.J. Watt, linebacker. 2016 first team All Big Ten selection.
So it is T.J. Watt, all in the family. As you can see, Derek Watt, part of the Chargers organization, and there's T.J. Watt, now a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and J.J. Watt. And week 16, it will be Pittsburgh at Houston. Keep that one filed away. The Steelers are in Houston in the penultimate week of the season. We are down to the penultimate pick of the first round, and it's the 49ers who are making the pick. They made the second. They had the second pick all slated, moved down to the third. Now the second to last pick coming up.
Okay. So there you have it. Very nice little tribute. I'm gonna mute this now. Very nice tribute to Mr. Rooney right there. And even though I never went to any homes, I mean, I only went to one regular season game that had Pittsburgh. It was just this year. So, I mean, and I'm not from Pittsburgh. I've never been to Pittsburgh. I would love to someday, but apparently anyone who's close to Mr. Rooney, it just, he was an amazing person. And I will show you guys my little post-it notes there. Let's see. See? T.J. Watt, Wisconsin, round 1. That was my prediction. I was right. Oops. Okay, guys, so there you have it. So, the Steelers do have an extra third. I will just sit here for a minute just to see if they decide to trade with New Orleans. Maybe like second and a third or however much. I don't know. Now, the pick is in for the 49ers. So, I mean, it really was between Watt and Melifonwu, in my opinion. And Melifonwu probably go somewhere in the first few rounds of the, or first few picks of the second round, if he's not already taken by San Fran or New Orleans, or if someone decides to trade with New Orleans. So let's talk about that pick for a minute and see what happens on the TV. So, if you don't know, T.J. Watt, by the last name you know his brother is J.J. They have another brother in the league, believe it or not. He's a fullback for the Chargers. I believe his name is Derek. Yeah, I know, right? JJ, TJ, and Derek. TJ played defensive end and then switched to linebacker. But I am very much okay with that pick right there. Very much okay with it. He had 11 and a half sacks his first year at linebacker. So he can 100%, play well. And him and Dupree are going to be the Bash brothers we've been waiting for, and they will be amazing for years to come. So Kaiser is still up on the board. He could be taken here.
The 31st pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Reuben Foster.
Reuben Foster, there you go. He's gone.
Alabama.
He fell all the way to the end of the first round because of a shoulder. People were wondering if it was because of his diluted sample at the combine and he kind of acted like a diva. But no, man, it's just his shoulder apparently. And we'll see what happens with the Saints. If their pick is in, I'll end the video here. And if someone trades up and it's not the Steelers, I'm still going to end the video. Alright, let's see. So yeah, apparently Foster had like a diva moment at the combine and his diluted sample, now his shoulder. He fell all the way to the end. I mean, I'm okay with it being NFC, you know. You only have to face him once every 4 years. And I believe the Steelers faced the 49ers 2 years ago? No, 2 years ago, yeah. 2 seasons ago. Not the season that just ended, the season before. So that means that they're likely to face them not this season, but the season after. So in 2 years, we'll see Foster. And he may be outstanding, he may be a bust. We don't know yet. We don't know what that shoulder's up with. So the pick is in for the Saints. Okay, guys, that means the Saints are not trading. The Steelers did not trade into the first to get Melifonwu. So my guess is tomorrow we will see a corner, a safety, maybe a running back. And and that running back could be James Conner from Pitt. If not, our first pick will probably be a running back. Because I have... Oh my god, who do I have? Okay, I'm going to go... I can't read my post-it notes from here, guys. Alright, okay. I have Fabian Moreau as our second round pick. Jared Evans from Virginia Tech as our first third round. Safety Lorenzo Jerome as our second third round. And that is all we have for tomorrow. Tomorrow night when we have the second and third rounds. And right now, all those players are still there. But Evans may not be drafted by the Steelers because apparently the Steelers really fell in love with Josh Dobbs from Tennessee. So, hey, as long as the Saints don't take Moreau right here, I could still be right. See who they pick, and I'm ending the video. Because it's only going to be a few more seconds.
In the 2017 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Ryan Ramczyk, tackle, Wisconsin.
Okay, offensive lineman. Later, guys.